hey, my can't get rights, and my ones that couldn't get right but got right back right from, having to, throw their flag down after, seeing the crumble to fall. That's how the story goes, you know. The ones that truly had to see themselves and their life crumble before their eyes. Those redemption houses, those redemption warriors, those true warriors, kudos and hats go to y'all. Y'all went from a negative to a swords to a strong, three of cups. Like y'all emptied those wrong baggages that y'all carried with those, evil doings of, playing evil ways with certain wicked family. Because we all have wicked family, whether they colored or white. And y'all play with both sides of those colors. And y'all crumbled when y'all came up against the true wicked ones that are the balancers of good and evil. Now, since y'all still have this hold, and meaning when I say they still have a hold on you, you have to fight a different fight if you want to truly get out. Because those strongholds of those icky, wicky ones, once they grab a hold of you, that control they have, and you want to, save the ones that you truly are trying to tell them through that old face of that joy face before they suck that joy, that love, that like, that, inner you, that angelic healing of you. Excuse me, y'all heard the wrong sound of alarm. And the ones that crumbled and heard that sound of alarm in the nick of time, kudos to y'all. Now y'all got y'all warrior, stripes. Now don't let those icky, wicky ones pull y'all back down to those, run down dead ships. Because the true dead ships, they ships are not rotted. They not deteriorated. That's internal life, whether they dead or alive. And they got a different walk, a different talk. Those Spartans, no surrender, no retreat. Those are the ones that you got to listen to now. Those are the satellite frequencies. And even those, heathen ones of those that crumbled and falled and fell for the okie doke of those ones that played friendly faces with all those different faces. They flipped you like Uno flip or whatever. And the ones that was trying to flip you back like flapjacks or whatever, you had to see they wicked hand. Because they got a different wavelength. They got a different wave with mother and father and the higher ones of high caliber. So with that being said, those who, fear the unknown of those true wicked ones that fight for a good cause to equal the scales of that justice scale, them hyphens, the ones that represent the high priestess and the high priest, because they serve a different source, that different higher power. That frequency is, unmatched. So you have to go under, like you have to take a different deep sea diving atmosphere, because we know you fear those high caliber ancestors, but you also are scared. You got scared straight by those icky wicky, wannabes, So you have to be careful, with how you move now, because you also have met those icky, icky, wicky ones, but you also met those real wicked ones. And they don't play games, you know, because they bring it to the owners, you know. And those songs that I'm hearing from those Nigerian kings, you know, they got a strong presence to let you know, yeah, you have to use a different sword when in battling, you know, because they crumbled y'all 10 of swords right before y'all eyes. And then though those high caliber and redemption ones will never see y'all in a different light of trusting y'all or giving y'all grace and mercy, we got to take it as it is of, you know, show us different, you know. Show us in a different way, because if you got that, you lose control when those wicked ones attach themselves, you know, having you play those puppets, you know, like puppet master, you know. So you have to be careful now. You got to curve them and swerve them, because you will not ever curve or swerve the high caliber ones or those redemption ones. But just know those ones that, you know, y'all thought that y'all can curve and swerve, you know, those ships, those, you know, frequencies, those currencies, those, you know, 10 of cups, those 9 of cups, you know, even though they flipped and, you know, did a Uno flip, oh, baby, they Uno flipped in the right way for those true wicked ones, you know. So just pay attention now, you know. If you have a door opener, you know, make sure you close that door opener, you know. Because the real high caliber ones is going to see your effort. But don't get it twisted for 1 second. We see your true faces, you know. So, but I give the bird is the word, you know, from them down below and up above and on this earthly plane, you know, planet, you know. Even though y'all let those icky, icky, wicked ones, you know, change our destiny, you know, y'all can rewrite y'all history. And oh, best to believe, you know, a lot of them will go down in history. But it ain't going to be a history of, you know, the history they thought that they could rewrite of the real true history of the true high caliber royal family. But hey, we digress, you know. Because we are here to win, to lose. Because y'all thinking that our loss, our lose is not a win. But oh, it's a win for us, baby. You know. Because a true high caliber, and you know, that dirty one that have to get down and dirty ones, you know, that dirty wine, you know, they still on high caliber, you know, frequencies. And you can't, but we will, you know, play two-faced with them because, you know, they got their tallyman, come to me, tallyman, you know. I got something for you, tallyman, you know. And my thunder sisters, I got something for ya. Those are my 300s, Spartans, no retreats. Even when we have to go through our dirty wine, but we stay aligned with them low caliber ones, those true ones that tip the scales. But have a good day. I bid you adieu well, my dears. Deuces.